Hey everybody, welcome to Northwoods Engineered. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the automatic gate tester that I built that tests out my 3D printed hinges and latch that I designed specifically for use with EMT conduit. Stay tuned and I'll show you how I built it and how it works. Before we get too far into the video, I want to note that I do now have a website where I'm selling some merchandise like this t-shirt and also all my 3D printed parts on there for sale as well. So check that out when you get a chance. So with my 3D printed parts, obviously one of the biggest concerns is strength and making sure that they stand up to the use cases of usually a guarding gate. So that seems to be the number one thing that people are buying them for and using them for, which is what I designed them for. So these are the hinges. You'll find these on the website, like I said. They fit perfectly around a piece of 3/4 inch EMT conduit, and then there's 3 parts to the latch as well. So with 3D printing, the biggest variables are how you actually print them. So the difference between, if say this was a injection molded part, which most plastic parts you buy are injection molded, it would be like one solid piece all the way through the part. But in 3D printing, you have different options of how you want to print them, for how dense the inside is. There's a setting called infill, which is different percentages from 0 to 100 on the different amounts of infill inside the part. And then also the wall thickness. So between the wall thickness and the infill, that kind of determines how strong your part is. And then you also have to design it in such a way that it can be 3D printed. On my FDM printers here, it prints from the bottom up. So you have to take that into consideration. I wanted to make an automatic gate tester that opens and closes the gate over and over again to get thousands of cycles on my parts to prove out the strength. The nice thing about 3D printed parts is that I can constantly update these part designs versus if it was injection molded, you design the part, you buy a tool, and you're kind of locked into that unless you want to spend thousands of dollars again to change that tool. But with these parts, I can test them. If I have an issue, I can update the design very quickly and print a new version. So that's what I've been doing for almost the last year now. And I've had some version of these parts in use on my property. I have 3 different gates for my gardens and for my backyard. But I needed a way, aside from me and my wife and my 2-year-old daughter sitting there opening and closing the gates, to test these quickly and efficiently. So that's what I have that I'll be showing you guys next. And it's been working really well for me, and I'm racking up cycles, and I'll be testing out a few different designs here in the future. So without further ado, here is the automatic gate tester. So I just built a simple frame out of 2x4s, and then I've got a single gate on there, one set of hinges, one latch, and then all the electronics and the moving components, which I'll show you here shortly. But in short, when you turn it on, it'll activate a switch, it'll open the latch, push the gate open. It's got a bungee cord and it swings back shut. I have the counter right here, and it'll keep going over and over and over. And right now, this set of hinges and latch has been cycled 7,537 times, which is kind of amazing to me. I'm really surprised it's lasted this long, but I've changed and updated the design many times to make it stronger, and it's working out. So I'm really happy with it. So going through the actual details of how this thing works, I needed a way to open up the latch right here, and then subsequently open the door, which is with that piston, and then have the door swing back and shut, which is what that bungee cord is for. So I've got an Arduino controller back here that my friend Andrew helped me program, or he programmed it all based on what I asked him for. I've got a power supply, a relay bank, a solenoid that controls this air piston right here, and then a solenoid right there to open up the gate latch. Then I've got this magnetic sensor right here, which is for the counter. And then I've got a switch right here that senses that the door shut properly. So if the door was to, say, fail, like if the hinges break and it falls off, this will not keep cycling, it will stop. So when you first turn it on, this solenoid pulls back and opens the gate latch like that. And then right after that, this piston engages and pushes the door to open it. Swings open, and when it comes back, hits this switch that I mentioned, and the cycle starts over. And it will just go over and over and over. All right, I'll try to get a video of close-up in action. So let's turn it on there. So there you have it. That is my automatic gate tester. Took a while to build and get it working properly, but in the end, it's simple. What it does, open and closes that gate over and over again to test out my parts. I just want to show everybody that I'm, working really hard to make sure that they are high quality parts, and I want to stand behind them and make sure that they work for everybody that is buying them. So, like I mentioned earlier in the video, head to my website if you want to purchase some. I'm also selling some merchandise on there to help support the channel as well. So yeah, I'd be happy if you go on there. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me an email or a comment on the video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So thanks again for watching, and have a great day.